Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly forecast for November 7th through the 13th. You might stumble upon this video at a later time. That's fine. You're going to hear it whenever you're meant to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Keep in mind, we have a full moon eclipse on the 8th this week. So this is energy that will be around for quite some time, 6 months, maybe longer. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up for the Sagittarius collective. Let's get right on into it, my darlings. Move you just a little bit closer. And the first card coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Hermit. Okay, Major Arcana. Not surprising. I feel like everybody's kicking off their readings this week with Major Arcana, or has at least one Major Arcana card coming up in the reading, and that's not surprising at all. As I was saying, we have the Max is here saying hello. As I was saying, we have the full moon eclipse coming up on the 8th. And so there's a lot that can be revealed at this time. There's big shifts that can happen with eclipse energy. And the major arcana cards come up when we're coming into a new chapter, when we're coming into like a defining time in our life. If you have Virgo placements, there could be massive shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. That's going to be really significant here moving forward with this Hermit card. But the Hermit card is about enlightenment, kind of taking a step back and really coming into your full knowing, your awakening. It's a very spiritual energy, very spiritual card. So some of you Sagittarius, you might be feeling a little drained around other people, or you might start feeling drained around other people, where you're really enjoying your quiet time. You're really enjoying your space. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I've said this previously about this card, the Hermit card. If we're talking about healing, because that's one thing people ask me a lot, like, how much more healing do I have to go? How much longer until I'm healed and I can have like the life that I want to have? Because we all hear, oh, you have blocks, oh, you need to heal. We all hear that. So people sometimes wonder, where am I at on my journey? Like, where am I in my healing? And for me, Hermit would say you're at the stage of like when the caterpillar has gone and done all the hard work of, oh, Maxie. Sorry, he knocked over my coffee. Sit, Bubba, sit, sit, relax, rest, sit. So the caterpillar has done all the hard work of going out and getting all the food and getting all the nutrients and done everything it needs to do for its growth. And now is the time it's going to rest. Now it's tired. It's going into the cocoon. And all it's doing is resting. That's it. It's just resting. And in that period of rest, the most amazing transformation is happening. The wings are growing. So when I see the Hermit, you've done the work. You've done the work. And now is the time that the growth is like the transformation is happening without you really having to do anything but take care of you. Rest. Okay, so some of you are feeling like you need rest. Some of you are feeling like you need to um, uh, get away from just distractions for a little bit, and have this really amazing transformation just simply by resting, and the wings are coming out. Okay, so you guys are at that stage. And the butterfly, when it comes out of the cocoon, it's going to go places and see things that the caterpillar could never even dream of. So life is going to be really different, right? After you come out of that and you have your wings, life is going to be really different. So the next 6 to 8 months can be very transformative for a lot of you. It's also going to be like you've done the hard work, you've done the awakening, and now is going to be the time to just like kind of come out and be yourself, come out and be seen. Some of you may be stepping into spiritual work, or guiding the way for other people. You may be stepping into the role of teacher, mentor, maybe even guru for some of you. The next card that's coming up for the Sagittarius collective is the Queen of Cups. This could be a water sign person, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, feminine energy. If you have water sign placements, you may be focusing on those houses or areas of your life. But the Queen of Cups is also a self care card for me. So some of you have heard me say Queen of Cups comes up in my readings when emotional self care is crucial for you right now. Keep in mind, we're coming into a really significant full moon, and the full moon energy can pull on us, it can tug us and make us emotional. The full moon is a time that we release a lot of things very naturally, even if we're not setting the intention, even if we're not doing some form of ceremony. The moon pulls those energies out of us. And so some of you are going to have some big feelings coming to the surface. And you might say, "Oh, I don't want to be negative. I'm going to keep busy. I'm going to be productive. I'm going to channel it into something productive." And the Queen of Cups is saying you have to let yourself feel. You got to let it out of your system. And then you have to do something to give yourself some aftercare here. To give yourself the aftercare. Okay, to give yourself the aftercare. And so aftercare is going to be whatever you can do to soothe yourself, to comfort yourself after the release. Maybe it's having a cup of tea or a nice bowl of soup, or watching some funny movies, or listening to some music that soothes you, consoles you. Maybe wrapping yourself up in a blanket and taking a nap, taking a bubble bath, going for a walk, gardening, painting, drawing, anything that gives you some soothing and some comfort. So right now is the time to really soothe and comfort yourself, right? Especially Sagittarius, if you've been thinking, nobody ever thinks about my feelings. Nobody ever thinks that I might be sad. I might need encouragement. I might need somebody to hold me or cuddle me. Like, nobody ever stops to think about my feelings. This is a time that you're going to shift and change that energy. I feel like a lot of you have dealt with callousness. Like, people have just treated you like you don't have feelings. And so this is something a lot of you are going to be releasing in this full moon energy, that I do have feelings. I have a right to my feelings. And you know what? I would really like it for someone to check up on me once in a while and say, "Sagittarius, how are you doing? Sagittarius, is there anything I can do for you? Oh, Sagittarius, I'm so sorry to hear that." I would love someone to step up and comfort me once in a while, instead of thinking that I have no soft side whatsoever, or I'm just here to call and have fun with. Like, I have sad days. I want someone to comfort me. I want someone to be my rock once in a while. And so the way you're shifting the energy is you're having this tenderness with yourself towards your own emotions, because the relationships we have with others is a reflection of the relationship we have with ourselves. And this is the shift that a lot of you are going to be making, right? You maybe just these people are exhausting, especially if you've been doing your healing work. One of the things that happens when you're doing your healing work, the people around you will sense that about you, and then everybody kind of wants to climb onto your back and hitch a ride on the ascension. And that's not the way it works. We can hold space for people, we can be encouraging, we can say a kind word, but we can't carry people, right? Nobody carried you. You had to do the work yourself. And so some of you are just tired, you're exhausted of just being around that energy of, like, "Oh, Sagittarius, this happened to me. I need," like, okay, what about me? What about me, right? And so this is the shift that a lot of you are coming into. The next card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Knight of Pentacles. This could be earth sign energy. You may be receiving word about work, finances, investments. I feel some of you may have made an investment a while back, and you may be getting some good news that it's like, "Oh, okay, well, it's grown, or it's accumulated interest, or it's doubled." I feel some of you are receiving word that there's going to be a positive return of profit on an investment you made some time ago. For those of you who've been making investments, Nine of Pentacles is also one foot in front of the other. It's like just one day at a time, take it easy. So the message right now for you, Sagittarius, is that you're on track, you're healing, you're ascending, okay? and you're at a good pace. There's no need to feel like you have to hurry or rush or race against the clock. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to get to that finish line. Knight of Pentacles is also very dependable energy. So I feel another thing that a lot of you Sagittarius are releasing in this full moon energy is like people who are not loyal, people who are just there for a good time. Maybe not so much like betrayal, because Sagittarius, you guys are not one to like let somebody betray you and like stay in your life. Like the Sagittarius's that I've experienced tend to be able to stand up for themselves. They're not pushovers. But maybe more so in the case of like people who just aren't there when you need them. They're there to party, they're there to eat, they're there to have a good time, they're there to drink, but like when you need somebody, where are they? And so I feel like this is something that's being released, and you're calling in people who are going to have your back, people that you can rely on, and people that you can depend on. I do feel that for some of you, there's something you've been doing in terms of work. Maybe it's a job that you applied for, one of those jobs where you have to go for several tests and then they call you back and then you go again. And it's like this big, long process. So you know how some jobs, the hiring process takes forever. Um, or it might be like you've done something in around an investment for like a business. I feel you may get word that there's some kind of a delay, like, oh, we said you were going to start next week, but actually we're going to have you start January 1st. Or, oh, you know what, we have to wait on these permits to come in before we finish the renovations, or something like this. I feel something around work or something around business, you're going to get word that we're still on track. It's still happening, but it's delayed. Don't let this devastate you, because your first two cards are telling you Spirit is giving you time right now. God, universe is giving you time right now. You need this time. It's kind of like the calm before the super busy season, the calm before the storm, but in this case, a good storm. So it's like rest up. Take advantage of this time. Don't be disappointed about it. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it's boring. Oh, I'm just in a hurry. I just want to get going. No, this time is being given to you as a gift. Enjoy it, relish it, use it for your clearing, your healing, filling your cup. Because when it gets busy, it's going to be really busy. Okay? And so this is a time you need to prepare for that, and take care of you, and really, 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 really make sure that your needs are met, and that you are running on all cylinders, and you're nice and clear and nice and energized, so you can really hit the ground running. The next card that's coming up for the Sagittarius Collective is the Ten of Wands. And Ten of Wands is completion of projects. It can also be a card that comes up when we're really stressed out. We have a lot on our plate, we have a lot on our shoulders, and the Ten of Wands says you need to delegate, or just kind of put this down. There's no sense in you carrying this burden. It's too much on your shoulders. And it can also be seeing something to completion and finishing it. So I do feel here that some of you are stressed about something coming to its completion. It's confirming what I felt here with this Knight of Pentacles. I felt some of you were sad or like discouraged because it's like, oh, it's going to take longer. Like, we're not done yet. We're not there yet. But the Ten of Wands is saying you are going to be done. You are going to be there. Right? But right now is the time to take care of you and to get out of the heavy burdens. As I said, this time is being given to you as a gift. And just trust in the process. Trust that these things that are coming up are gifts for you. We even have an eclipse here in the Knight of Pentacles. How funny. So just trust the pace. Trust the pace as you're navigating these eclipse energies, and these changes and these shifts that you're going through. Because ultimately here you're coming into a time of just transforming, having this life that you've been working so hard for, and being in your happiness, being in your bliss, and being around people who are going to have your back and be there for you, right? A lot of you already know that, oh, when I get to my successful time, I know there's going to be all kinds of people that weren't there for me, and they're going to be, beating down my door and, acting like they're my best friend. Well, guess what? You're going to have people around you. You're going to call and manifest people that are worthy of celebrating with you, that deserve to uh, have a piece of your generosity. Because this is the time that you're just stepping away from those people draining you, feeding off of you energetically, and, filling your cup before things get busy and the blessings really start to come in. And then you can enjoy those with people who are actually there for you, for people who actually have your back. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. If you want to check out the love readings for November, also both the weekly forecasts and love reading playlists are linked in the description of the video, and you can find them pretty easily by clicking on those playlists. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. If you don't know, I am donating a portion of the income that comes in through the private readings and buying toys for Tots. I went out and I bought the first little batch here. I'm hoping to be able to buy some more depending on the reading schedule and the readings that come in. I'm wanting to buy some more. And I did show them in the November 5th card of the day video, the toys that I've gotten so far. I'll take pictures too and post them in the community tab. But check out the cards of the day as well on this channel, the daily messages. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.